The late great American philosopher Mark Twain once said, I've been through some terrible things in my life, some of which actually happened. I always love that quote because it makes me think about how much time I've spent in my life really wasting my time worrying, thinking and being concerned about things in the future. And rather than become the warrior that I wanted to be, I actually was a worrier. Hi, everyone. Chris Natzke here with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching with your Mind of a Champion tip of the week. Worry. It's something that probably has the ability to overcome all of us at one time in our lives, particularly if we grew up in households where that was something like myself, where it was just part of our everyday activity. I watched my parents go through worry all the time, and many times it was about things that never actually happened. In fact, it really changed for me when I was exposed to a study called the Worry Cure. It was done by a doctor named Robert Leahy. And what he did is he took these people and he said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down all the things you're worried about occurring in your life in the next 30 days. Problems at work and finances, health, relationship, etc. Write them down in greatest details you can. And he said, now go away afterwards and go live your life. So he sent them away for 30 days and had them come back afterwards. And here's what they found. 85% of the things they wrote on that list never happened. Now I know what some of you are thinking, 15% did. But here's what they found out about that. Is 79% of that 15% either happened and it wasn't as bad as they thought it would be, or it happened and they were actually glad that it did because they learned from it. Which means 97% of the things we worry about either don't happen or they aren't as bad as we think they're going to be. So think about this. How would you live your life differently if you knew that to be true? And what are some skills and some strategies you can use to make sure that worry doesn't overcome you so you can be at the very top of your game? Well, I want to share 6 that I use in my own life. These are very simple practices, as well as practices that I help my coaching clients with that I know can help you move from being a worrier to a warrior. And number 1 is this, is to slow down and breathe. Philosopher and psychologist Fritz Perls once said is that fear is excitement without the breath. Fear is excitement without the breath. In fact, scientists have proven that you can't even delineate in your brain the difference between anxiety and excitement. So what you want to do is get into the breath. And whether you're an ancient or a modern day yogi, all the way to United States Special Forces, there's something that they've learned about the breath that they do called box breathing. And it basically means that you inhale for 4 seconds through your nose. You hold it for 4 seconds. Then you exhale through your mouth as if you're breathing through a straw like this for 4 seconds. Hold your breath again for 4 and then repeat with the inhale for 4, hold, exhale for 4, hold, inhale for 4. And this allows you to slow down. The physiology of your body will begin to relax and you'll begin to have a clear frame of mind so you can deal with the problems. So number 1, be calm and breathe. Number two is to take some time and write down the things you're worried about. I find it's great. It's a great exercise sometimes to just do a data dump about all the things that are in my head. You know, there's a lot of unproductive things rolling around up there. And when you write them down, you begin to take their power away. And then once you've written them down, now you can see what's really happening. You know, sometimes we put stories around things and we, catastrophize, and there are things we think are going to be much worse than they really are. So write them down and then get clear on what's really happening. Number 3, determine what you can control and what you can't. There are tons of things in this world that we can't control. We can't control the weather. We can't control the economy. We can't control people's reactions to us. There's so many things we can't control. But there are certain things that we can. We can always control our actions. We can always control the thought processes that are going through our mind. We can control our frame of mind. We can control our emotions. Those are the things we can control. And so get clear on what you can and then take action on the things you can and let go of the rest. Number 4, Once you've done the first 3 steps, imagine yourself being successful with this challenge. And I'm really serious about this. I know that the power of visualization and imagination is been so important in my life as an athlete, as a martial artist, just as a business person. In fact, one of my coaches told me years ago, he said, Chris, if you're going to fantasize, you might as well win. But so many of us, we don't do that. We do just the opposite. And we begin to fantasize about the things that could go wrong. And pretty soon we're down this rabbit hole. So be aware of the things that could go wrong, but see yourself with a positive action and a positive result. And more times than not, you're going to get something better than you even imagined. Number five is take some action. Get moving. When we get wrapped up in our heads and things are rattling around there and we're not taking action, it's building anxiety, it's building tension. But when we get moving, when we get our bodies moving, when we get our minds moving, then what we can do is we can begin to dissipate that anxiety that builds inside of us, as well as get some positive things done. You know, in martial arts, we call it an action philosophy. And so just getting moving, even if we don't know in the right direction, just move to do the next right thing, and then the next right thing, and then the next right thing. And pretty soon you're going to find you're probably on the right path. And then finally, number 6 is to let go and trust. Once you've done everything you can do, you've controlled what's going on inside of you, you've visualized where you want to be, you've taken action, now just let it go. Just let it go. Now that's easier said than done, but my experience is, my friends, and when we're able to do that, what we do is we're able to access a power that we didn't even know existed that helps take us through the most challenging of times. So there you have it, my friends. There are 6 activities you can do next time you're on that cusp of worry. And know that worry is almost a useless emotion. It's okay to be focused on something that might be, might show itself. But when we worry about it, what we do is we take our power away. And it's like another teacher once told me, it's like a negative prayer. So my hope for you is you can use these 6 strategies next time you're in worry, so you can move from being a worrier to a warrior. So thanks so much for watching, my friends. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, please leave them below. Please share this. And this has been Chris Natzke with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching. And I look forward to seeing you next time on the Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week.